that idea, thinkings were put in place and we gave birth to the Gambia Teachers Union Cooperative Credit Union. We have celebrated many occasions and many achievements. Today we are also celebrating a very important milestone in the evolution of this great institution. We owe homage to the founding fathers of this great institution. Thank for their effort we are here today. We must pray to Allah for the wisdom He has put in all of them to create an institution that stands the test of time. Ladies and gentlemen, we must ask ourselves what is in a name. A name called the GTUCCU. What is in it? What does it mean? Why was it coined the GTUCCU? The pioneers of this institution have the answer. We ask ourselves today, what is in a name in Mr. Honorable Babakar Ootufт? What is in that name? That name symbolizes a lot of things. That name is what gave birth to the name that we are trying to coin, to name this edifice that is located in Brikama. We ask ourselves again, what are in names? Because each of these halls are given names. Why? It was not out of a guess. It must be done, or it must be conceived, because some efforts beyond our doubts were put in place that gave to names. Honorable Minister, your effort 25 years ago is what gave you this name. It's a well-deserved name. We appreciate and honor your contribution to the evolution and development of GTUCCU. We appreciate your mentorship. We appreciate your vision. We appreciate your effort that has been tireless to build an institution as the first general manager from day of inception to the day. This institution is now not only meant for teachers, but it is a national institution. Ladies and gentlemen, we also believe that it was not done by him single-handedly. He had a team of dedicated people who worked with him, having conceived the idea, implement the idea that they have conceived to reality. We pay homage to Madam Sona Williams, who has been in the board from the inception. We pay homage to Idrissa Bojang. Of course, what is in that name is also given a name in one of the rooms that we have in this conference hall. Mr. Bojang is also honored to be part of this historic milestone by giving a name. We also pay homage to Mr. Amadou Kambi, who we are told is the first board chairperson of GTUCCU. One of the rooms is named after Mr. Kambi. We also pay homage and respect to our current board chairperson, Abdul Karim C, for his immense contribution. It is during this time as the chairperson, the idea to build this hall was conceived. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for that. We thank GTU for the support, for conceiving the idea of setting the credit union at the time. If you have a responsible parent, he or she always wants you to go beyond what is unimaginable. Thank you, GTUCCU family. This conference hall is located in Brikama. By default, it's located in the district where I come, in the region where I come from. It is our hope that credit unions respond to needs of society. Having conceived that in Brikama, we have got an edifice that can host conferences, and Brikama is one of the growing post-modern towns in the country, we believe this hall will respond to the needs of the people of Brikama. The hall is built to accommodate conferences, workshops, meetings, weddings, and any form of gathering that will add value and add flair to the people of Brikama. It is also annexed with a restaurant. During conferences, people will also visit those restaurants and have their food. The fullest ancestors always like food when you mention them. Thank you so much, the board of directors. I also thank the general membership for trusting in us, for believing in us, we can do it. And I want to promise everybody, the work that has started 25 years ago will continue beyond me. And we hope and pray that one day, GTUCCU will be a premier financial institution in the Gambia. We challenge ourselves that we are no more in what we call League Two in the Premier in England. We are now in the Premier League. The community of Brikama, it is no more an institution that only limits itself to serving teachers. We are serving beyond teachers. So if you have a business that is growing, we are very much willing and appreciative to support SMEs. On that note, I want to thank the Honorable and everyone who came to visit us, and who has found time out of his busy schedule to be with us. We thank you and appreciate you. Let us celebrate this building together. Let us celebrate GTUCCU together. Let us celebrate the teachers and the teaching fraternity together. Once again, I thank everyone.
Mentor to every staff of GTUCCU. He has always done more than what we expected. He has surprised everybody. If I may borrow one word or one statement from one of those who are on this high table, that he will one day told us that point anybody in this gathering that he has not touched his life. So, Honorable Minister, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. It's unfortunate that I am struggling with my voice on occasions like this. I wish you could hear me. I always reflect on the beginning. And Saja Sane, Basaja, was in the national executive when this decision was made to start. And I always want to say, if, for example, we were able to bring the departed souls back, would they believe that this is happening? But also, Sona was there from day one with us when we started. I cannot make a long statement because you understand the Vice President is going to the National Assembly. He shouldn't be there without me, and I have questions to answer. So I want to beg that you allow me to make it short. My family has sacrificed more than I did. And here they are represented by my 3 daughters. Can you stand up, please? Stand up. Stand up, stand up. They were born in the credit union, all of them. They were nursed in the credit union. And today they have all finished secondary school and university. One of them is done. So thank you also for helping me build my family. Thank you. This is a great honor that will go a long way. In fact, I hope and I expect that even those girls will go and leave this structure standing. And people will come later who would ask, who is this man? It is a great honor to my family. I am more than elated, more than happy that at least I've done something in this world. I've started another journey. And that one is a bigger challenge because I'm trying to serve the whole world. But first, serving my country. It's a big task. I hope someday something will be said about what I have achieved as a minister. In the credit union, like Dowda said, general manager, I learned teamwork at the credit union. Cooperatives are teams, and we worked as a team from day one. That's why today we are registering successes. I cannot make a long one. I can say thank you, Dowda. Thank you, Chairman. Thank you, President. Thank you, General Secretary. Thank you, everybody in the teaching fraternity who has, in one way or the other, made it possible for me to be able to lead you. And I thank God, and I hope we'll continue to touch base, we'll continue to work together. One thing I can tell you, they said I mentored everyone. I also grew up as a result. When you support people, you're supporting yourself. As you grow people up, you grow yourself. When I came this morning and I saw that structure, I realized there was some disruption. This particular structure, the one we are inaugurating, I was part of the planning. That other one never appeared in my mind. So that shows you, I did not leave a vacuum at GTU. I left GTU with people who can lead. I left the institution in the hands of people who knew what I was doing. People who knew where I was going with them. So going without me is not going to be a difficult one if you work together. You must work together like we always did. Once you maintain that spirit, the sky is the limit. There is nothing, remember our phrase, there is nothing we cannot achieve if it doesn't matter. Who will complete that? Who takes the credit? You see, that was our jargon in trade. There is no limit to what can be achieved if it doesn't matter who gets the credit. So work together, and I wish you well. Thank you very much.
I need to extend gratitude to our chief guest of honor in absentia, Honorable Babukar Ismaila Diouf. Good morning, Chairman, Brikama Area Council, former Governor of West Coast Region, Mr. Lamin Sane, President of the Gambia Teachers Union and members of the National Executive Committee here present, General Manager Naku and sister credit unions here present, General Manager, GTUCCU and staff, Chairman, GTUCCU Board of Directors and members of the Board of Directors here present, dedicated and indefatigable staff of the GTUCCU and GTU Secretariat here present, executive members of the Gambia Teachers Union Ladies Society, Gambia Teachers Union Young Teachers Platform here present, distinguished cooperators and education sector personnel present, the press, both print and mass media, ladies and gentlemen. Please allow me to stand in the stead of the General Secretary, Marie Antoinette Corr, who is unavailable absent given the fact that she is on annual leave and out of town. It is with great honor and enthusiasm that we gather today for the momentous inauguration of the Gambia Teachers Union Cooperative Credit Union Conference Center. This marks a significant milestone in our collective commitment to fostering professional development, collaboration, and financial empowerment within the esteemed community of educators. The establishment of this conference center underscores our unwavering dedication to the growth and well-being of our teachers. Education is not merely a profession. It is a noble calling that shapes the future of our society. Recognizing the pivotal role that teachers play in molding the minds of the next generation, the Gambia Teachers Union Cooperative Credit Union has taken a proactive step to provide a dedicated space for learning, collaboration, entertainment, and more especially for financial empowerment. This state-of-the-art conference center stands as a testament to our belief in the power of education and the importance of cooperatives. It will serve as a hub for professional development workshops, seminars, and conferences, creating an environment where teachers and the general populace can exchange ideas, exchange their skills, and stay abreast of the latest advancements in education and society in general. Moreover, in alignment with the principles of the Gambia Teachers Union Cooperative Credit Union, this center will not only be a space for intellectual growth, but also a symbol of financial empowerment. By providing a platform for financial literacy programs, investment workshops, and credit union services, we aim to empower our educators to make informed financial decisions and secure a stable and prosperous future. As we inaugurate this conference center, let us reaffirm our commitment and as well as renew our resolve to supporting the tireless efforts of our teachers by investing in their professional development and financial well-being. We are investing in the future of education and cooperative. Ultimately, and I quote, the GTUCCU being the leading and most vibrant microfinance institution in the Gambia, GM, I stand to be corrected, this edifice will go a long way to improve the financial standing of the GTUCCU. Finally, may this conference center serve as a beacon of inspiration, collaboration, and empowerment for the cooperators far and wide, and teachers in particular. Together, let us continue to nurture the minds that will shape a brighter future, thus improving members' economic status. And thank you very much.
Center, built by the Gambia Teachers Union Cooperative Credit Union, under the dynamic leadership of Babukar Ojuf, Honorable Babukar Ojuf. Frankly, it is about the damn time for we to recognize the importance of investing in education infrastructure. I stand before you in awe of the Gambia Teachers Union Cooperative Credit Union's initiative and commitment to improving educational opportunities. This conference center symbolizes a significant step towards empowering teachers, fostering knowledge exchange, and fueling the intellectual growth of our great nation. Let's give credit where credit is due. The Gambia Teachers Union Cooperative Credit Union has taken their responsibility seriously by providing a space that will serve as a breeding ground for ideas, a hub for collaboration, and a center of excellence in the field of education. It's refreshing to witness an organization that understands the vital role teachers play in shaping our futures. But let's not stop at self-congratulatory applause. This center, my friends, or ladies and gentlemen, is not just a structure made of bricks and mortar. It is a testament to the collective efforts that have brought us to this point. It is a reminder that investing in education is an investment in our society's well-being and prosperity. Teachers, please take a moment to savor this milestone. This conference center is a tangible testament to your hard work, dedication, and resilience. It serves as a rallying cry for you to continue elevating your craft, sharing knowledge, and striving for excellence in education. As we inaugurate, let's not forget the power it holds. It is the power to shape minds, unlock hidden potentials, and ignite a passion for learning. It is the power to transform lives, communities, indeed the entire nation. The future of our nation depends on the quality of education we provide to our young people, and it is time for the government and the National Assembly, the local government authorities, to prioritize this crucial aspect of our society. Education, as we always say, is the cornerstone of any progressive society. It is the key to unlocking the potential of our youth, preparing them for the challenges of the future, and empowering them to contribute positively to the development of our nation. If we as Gambians don't want to witness more and more backway deaths, then let the government call on the government collectively to invest in education and on teachers. However, our education system is in crisis, and our teachers are undervalued and underpaid. In crisis in the sense that the education financing is very, very low, and in fact, it's not considered to be something that needs to be put on the limelight. The government, as I call on the government, National Assembly, and also local government authorities and any other stakeholders, must understand that education is not just a luxury. It is a fundamental human right. It is their duty to ensure that every child has access to quality education, regardless of their background or economic status. This means allocating more funds to education financing, so that schools have the resources they need to provide a well-rounded and enriching learning experience for our children. If the teachers can come together and form a credit union and then try to support education financing in different quarters, then what is wrong with the government to come up big and other stakeholders? Furthermore, we need to start investing in our teachers. These dedicated individuals are the backbone of our education system, yet they are often overworked, underappreciated, and underpaid. It is time for the government and the National Assembly, local government authorities to acknowledge the crucial role teachers play in shaping the future of our nation, and to provide them with the support and resources they need to thrive in their profession. Teachers have collectively, many a times, contribute from their meager resources and provide infrastructure that would have been put up by the government. So investing in teachers means looking forward to a greater and prosperous national development. Investing in our teachers means offering competitive salaries, providing professional development opportunities, and creating a positive working environment that fosters their growth and success. And I'm calling on the National Assembly, now that budget sessions are on, and we are calling on them to ensure that education financing is given a much more priority. Given $4 billion or $4 billion plus dollars and said we have done a lot in education, you have not done even nothing, absolutely. It was next to zero. Out of the 4 billion, if you look at what is going for education development or providing service to education, it is just less than 10% or 10% of the entire budget. What can that do for schools and also students to be able to get the required education they needed? Schools need labs. Schools need workshops. Now that we are thinking TVET, we want to promote TVET, technical and vocational education. So therefore, more funding is needed so that more workshops can be provided in schools, and so that more learning materials like textbooks can also be provided. Students can be able to learn properly. When our teachers are empowered and valued, they can in turn inspire and educate our children to become the leaders and innovators of tomorrow. We cannot afford to ignore the state of our education system any longer. It is time for the government and the National Assembly to take bold and decisive actions to prioritize education funding and to invest in our teachers. Our children deserve access to a higher quality education, and our teachers deserve the respect and support they need to fulfill their vital role in shaping the future of our nation. Let us raise our voices and demand the change we need, or we so desperately need. Let us hold our government and National Assembly accountable for their responsibilities in providing a strong and equitable education system for all. Together, we can create a brighter future for our children and our nation. And then that is what the GTUCCU have manifested, and GTU has been fighting for, to ensure that teachers and education system get the most priority of resources, especially when it comes to resource allocation. And I'm calling on the representative of Brikama Area Council, as he is new in office, to also look at this particular aspect of development, national development, to spend and then spend more in education in its locality. Thank you so much.
By recognizing protocols, the Deputy General Secretary Union in the persons of Esa Sow, the president of the Gambia Teachers Union, Ismaila Sise, our brother and friend, the CEO of NACUB, Mr. Fode Sanyang, our able director, Lamin Fatajo, at the Education Directorate in Region 2, our brother and able chairman, Barista Yankuba Dawo, chairman of Brikama Area Council, who is present, one of the youngest also general managers in this country in the persons of Dada Kujabi, the general manager of the GTUCCU, and his deputy, Mr. Sajo Sala, who is the chairman of this occasion. I also want to recognize the presence of my former board chairman, Mr. Idrissa Bujang. He is also in our midst. I also want to recognize the presence of Mrs. Amisaho Kambi, the wife of our first board chairman, Amadou Kambi, who is also present. Also recognize the presence of board members, our supervisory committee members, the National Executive Committee members, and the media all present here. But I must also recognize my deputies here, my staffs, but I must also recognize my wife, my niece, my daughter, who are all present. I would like to, above all, in my name and on behalf of the Board of Directors of the Gambia Teachers Union Cooperative Credit Union, GTCCU, and all the guests who came from diverse backgrounds to participate and honor your presence in this ceremony, to express the board's profound gratitude in today's inauguration of Honorable Dr. Babukar Ismaila Juf Conference Center in the administrative heart of Brikama, West Coast region. This is a milestone of the teacher family of our modeler. The opportunity that is offered today is happy and beautiful. We call it credit unions, happy family. Happy family credit unions. It is the results of the vision, the will, the commitment, and the hard work of Honorable Dr. Babukar Ismaila Juf, former General Manager of the GTCCU and now Minister of Trade, Industry, Regional Integration and Employment, whose baby is this edifice that we inaugurate today. I would like, on behalf of the board, to send my warmest congratulations to him for his 26 years service to GTUCCU. And I also want to sincerely extend heartfelt tribute to the founding fathers and my predecessors, Mr. Amadou El Kambi in UK, Mr. Numo TF Sedikan, and Mr. Idrissa Bujang for steadily handling the relay baton. Let me please ask your audience to ask Musa Juf to stand up. Alaji Musa. That's our contractor, Musa Juf, the CEO of Sonko Sansang Company. Musa, GTUCCU is proud of you. You are a noble citizen of this country. This job that is done here is a manifestation that Gambian contractors has the potential to build sophisticated infrastructures in our motherland Gambia. So thank you, Musa. We also thank our consultants who were behind the scenes, not to mention their name, but we will say thank you very much to them. This success must also be shared with all the members of the Gambia Teachers Union, Cooperative Credit Union, Gambia Teachers Union, and the education sector workers for believing in the philosophy of people helping people. This solemn occasion also allow me to reiterate the gratitude and thanks to the Governor of West Coast Region, the Land Allocation Board of West Coast Region, and most especially to our brother and mentor, Lamin Sane LS, who is sitting right here. This compound belongs to the governor's office. Without LS, GTUCCU will not be here. So LS, thank you. In conclusion, like the general manager said, this edifice is ready to host conferences, meetings, occasions, both locally, national, and international. So we want to thank the GTUCCU and say long live GTUCCU and the credit union movement in the Gambia. So thank you all.
Good morning to you all. It's a pleasure to be associated with this important and magnificent meeting, in the sense that as a teacher, I remember when I was a young teacher, we had it very tough. The little that we have, the extended family and everything that we have, we would spend. I remember we were paid at around the 18th of the month. By the 30th, we are left with nothing, but we'll go for overdrafts, which have a lot of conditions. Conditions of interest, handling, and all others. And eventually, I also remember when I was young, in the early 90s, being a teacher, being encouraged to be part of the teachers' union, given a blue membership card. I still have my blue membership card, with my photo typed and stamped. As we grew, we saw the teachers' union coming, credit union coming in. The credit union allow us, as international credit unions, opportunities that would remove us from that difficult situation of overdraft and all others, and shape our life, put us in a way, giving us opportunities to be able to live decent lives. I remember one of the very important products that I had was a laptop. It was a tablet that has its own keyboard, connected, wireless, and it was a golden color. I still have it. I think I'm one of the only person that can produce that to say I have that product. That was one of the very important product that I have. That was given to me on mortgage. I was paying little by little, eventually paid for all without realizing that importance. I am also fortunate to have a land in a situation, in an area that could afford me hundreds of thousands of dollars for $52,000 that I will pay by installment. That shows the significance of the credit union. As members, we trusted them. We put our little boodles together, give it to them to manage and give us opportunities that we could not have anywhere in commercial bank, even though the structures and nature are very, very, very close to commercial bank, but we have lower interest rates. We have facilities that we can get for so cheap compared to the market prices. These are things that we should remember and keep trusting the union. And here we are today, not only inaugurating a conference room, but a conference room that is named after somebody that do not call me by name, but he calls me Terry, for many reasons. We've been together, we've seen what the effort that he did to nurture the credit union to where it is. I think he's been honored, and we must thank the current management for naming the hall after him. That is paying gratitude to people that do good for you. He laid the foundation, and then relentlessly also work hard to make sure that the foundations are laid for future generations of leaders to emulate what is happening now. This is an opportunity for us. In Brikama, I remember, sometimes even in terms of programs that comes, the little halls that we have cannot even facilitate the much more the type of structure that we are seeing today. Not only for commercial reason, but I think more for the development of the teacher. Not only coming and having programs here, but remember, I know the proceeds that are coming out of this would go into investing in teachers. And everything that they are doing comes back to us, not like making profits for the shareholders, as we are the shareholders, and it is also for us. I want to thank you very much for giving us this opportunity to witness this. Not only witness it, but stand here and spoke about things that we experienced with the effects and good things that the Teachers Union did for us. I want to thank the management, and I also want to encourage us to keep our trust, the confidence that we have in you, to keep it light, to keep the light burning, so that we'll have more confidence as our population is growing. Better things are done for us. I know you have a lot to do for us, but this is an opportunity, and it's an eye-opener for anyone that is coming, to make sure that when you are in this office, one thing that is important is to look back. After you leave an office, anytime you get to the office, there is something that reminds you artifacts, or that reminds you that this is what you've done. And then you have done that for yourself. Congratulations, and thank you for that. And I want to thank all teachers for their contribution to the class.
It's a surprise and impromptu speech that I have to make, but as a lawyer and a politician, you always expect that. But looking at this edifice, this is a remarkable achievement that is registered by the Teachers Union and the Credit Union and the general teachers of this region. As the chairman of Brikama Area Council, we are grateful that it is my tenure we happen to open such a conference center. I'm indeed proud to say that we have added an infrastructural development to the region and the capital of our region, West Coast. And I believe from henceforth, when people come to our council and looking for somewhere to hold conferences, whether international or anything of that nature, we'll be glad to direct them to this direction. So indeed, we are grateful to our teachers. Not only have you imparted knowledge on us, now you have provided us with a conference center that which we, the people of West Coast, can be really, really proud of, and can be able to show to other people what our Teachers Union, Credit Union have been able to provide us in the region. I want to also congratulate the Honorable Minister, whose tremendous effort had yielded or succeeded in the registration of this development in the region. And I also want to extend gratitude to the former governor for the foresight and for the generosity and the willingness to say, since it is for the development, the governor's office is not going to require any pecuniary benefit from it. That, I think, you ought to be commended for it, and we commend you for it. So, on that note, I want to thank the Credit Union for this edifice. As I said, it is a remarkable structure that we can be able to probably see it from the skies over this great town of Brikama. I hope that this will be the beginning, and there will be a lot more infrastructure of this nature in our region to be able to turn the vision that we have and that which we are hoping to achieve in our tenure, to lay the foundation of turning this town into a city. It's been a town since the time of memorial, and we need to improve it. I also want to I would say the challenge that was just given to us by the president of the Teachers Union. He said the local authorities need to do a lot more to support education. I remember when I was in the UK, one of the prime ministers we had there, Tony Blair, at one time in the 90s when he was campaigning, and the journalist asked him what was his agenda for development. He said, education, education, education. And he said, education is everything. And that was for a country that we would call developed nations. For us as developing nation, education cannot be overemphasized. And I think one thing we can say proudly about the teachers that we have had in this country is their unrelenting effort to make so they impart knowledge in every one of us. And if anything that this country had never failed, it's that of educating its people. If you learn it from our history, this was a nation that was once described as an improbable nation, because it didn't have that many educated people. Today, a lot of Gambians are graduates. A lot of us went through primary and secondary education. And that couldn't have been registered without the great effort of our teachers. And we are very proud of you. We thank you for it. And I hope, as the previous speakers shared here, that this hall would serve as a center where ideas are shared. They said everything can be affected by inflation and economic crisis except ideas. Ideas are never affected by anything. And good ideas are what build greater nations. And I hope a platform of this nature will help us to nurture such good ideas to help our nation to become a better and a greater nation. I thank you all for giving me the platform.
Thank you, Master of Ceremony. Mr. Chairman, GTUCCU, please allow me to stand on previous protocols in the interest of time. On behalf of the chairman of NACU, the chairperson of NACU, the board, management, and the entire staff of the Apex body, and also by extension, the 116,000 members of the Cooperative Credit Union in the Gambia. I bring you all cooperative greetings. Before I go any further, Mr. Chairman, allow me to recognize former NACO board chair, my big brother, Mr. Idiboja. Also allow me to recognize Sohna, a former board member of NACO, and also Madam Kumba Konjira, who is currently the secretary to the board of NACO. We are indeed grateful as the apex of credit unions in the country. Now, previous speakers have mentioned how GTUCCU started. Today, GTUCCU is 46,000 membership and counting. So you have come very far, and is the largest cooperative credit union in the Gambia. This is no accident. Since its inception in 1996, under the able and dynamic leadership of Mr. Babukar Diouf, GTUCCU have grown from strength to strength. We at the national level are grateful for the collaboration and support we receive from GTUCCU over these years. Those of you who utilize services outside the Greater Banjul area, GTUCCU, in collaboration with NACO, has rolled out a flagship program called the Share Branch. This is the network that enables other credit union members who are non-members of GTUCCU to be able to walk into a GTUCCU branch and services provided. It is the first of its kind in the sub-region. Therefore, Mr. Chairman, allow me to thank the board, management, and the entire staff of GTUCCU for opening your doors to other cooperators. This is indeed a welcome idea, and we are grateful for all the support. Let me also bring you greetings from ACOSCA, which is the Continental Organization of Credit Unions based out of Nairobi, Kenya. I know in February, the Gambia will be hosting the regional forum, which will bring together about 6 countries for a period of 1 week. We will network, we'll have some programs, and build capacity of our members. Mr. Chairman, looking at this magnificent building and going up and down, and of course, there is some lobbying also going on from your board, which they wanted us to bring the regional forum here in this very beautiful building. Let me assure you that it's timely. We will be meeting next week to decide the venue in the Gambia where we will host this regional forum in February. Let me assure you that as the host country and as the board member of ACOSCA, I will do my utmost to make sure the next regional forum is held here in Brikama. This is an international forum where we expect cooperators, as I said earlier, from 6 countries, and the total number of delegates, as we speak, we are now catering for harboring around 200. So, Mr. Chair, as you know, regional forums are built to network so that we in the Gambia can learn from other countries within the sub-region. So I will provide a needed update, hopefully in the very near future. Mr. Chairman, let me also inform this gathering that as an Apex, we are working tirelessly to improve the delivery of service to our members. Currently, at the NACOB level, we have just validated 3 modules that will enhance the capacity of not only the staff, but even volunteers of credit unions. 3 modules which are performance, risk management, and strategic planning development. These are all validated now, and when these courses are held, they will be accredited by NACA, and by extension, we're going to collaborate with the UTG. This, we think, is a step in the right direction as we evolve and innovate and provide the needed service for our members. Equally, let me inform this gathering that we are also developing a compliance manual which will standardize operations of credit unions starting in March of 2024. We think at this level, the Gambia credit union movement need to be standardized so that those who work in the credit union have the competence, have the qualification, and have the experience to serve our esteemed members. We are doing this in collaboration with our regulators, the Central Bank of the Gambia, and the Department of Cooperative Development. Equally, let me inform this gathering that effective March 2024, all board members in the 14 of the 14 we want to make sure those who serve in the board have the qualification, the experience, and the competence to deliver the service that we need. It's all geared towards standardizing our operations. So this is also coming in the pipeline, again in collaboration with the Central Bank of the Gambia. We at NACUB will continue to collaborate with GTUCCU and other credit unions to make sure service is delivered to our members. We are also at advanced stage of implementing a digital wallet so that members can have access to their funds no matter where they are in this country. This is our plan to roll it out in February 2024. So on that note, let me also associate myself with this magnificent building. And I think by naming it after Mr. Babukar Juve, the Honorable Minister of Trade, is something that we fully support. Mr. Juve have dedicated his professional life in the development of credit unions, not only in the Gambia, but across the continent. Those of you who worked with him earlier before he joined politics know fully well that he is a facilitator that ACOSC can count on to deliver lectures in all SAGA congresses and regional forums. In fact, he just told me this morning that he'll be more than happy to be part of the next regional forum in February, which he volunteered to be a facilitator. So still, he wants to be part. He is still part of us. So I'm glad GTUCCU have recognized that. And I think we will see more of these efforts by Mr. Juve as we move forward to 2024. On that note, on behalf of the Honorable Minister, on behalf of the High Table, on behalf of the Board of Directors of NACUB, and once again on behalf of the entire membership of the credit union movement in the Gambia, I have the singular honor and pleasure to declare this conference formally open. Thank you.
GTUCCU. On behalf of our distinguished members, Board of Directors, management and staff, I want to sincerely thank you all for coming to witness this historic event in the life of our credit union. Our special appreciation is extended to Honorable Minister Babukar Juve, who is representing our founding members of this great union, and today he is a symbol of our existence. I can assure you that it was not a mistake to name this complex after his name, because we want to celebrate him whilst he is alive. You don't have to wait until people die and you start to name, structures after them, and you get people crying after them. But we want to celebrate him whilst he is alive and tell him thank you for all the tremendous work he has done in the past years. Special thanks goes to the Secretary General of our present Teachers Gambia Teachers Union, General Manager of our parent body, NACUB, our fellow board members, former board members, former Governor Mr. Lamin Sane, our tireless members of staff, our members, Mr. Chairman BAC, Brikama Area Council, Director of Region 2, Mr. Lamin Fatajo, the press here present, our contractor. We want to thank you all for coming to celebrate this historic event with us. And I want to thank you and thank you for coming. Thank you very much.
We are ready. Bismillah. Yalla for some way out in each of the regions. I continue to pray that GTU becomes a global brand. Congratulations, may Allah bless this structure. May Allah ensure we regret nothing. Bismillah.